Fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod, and congratulations to all my Bitcoin hodlers. We just broke out above 47,000, hitting a 22-month high for the Bitcoin price action. And this week is just getting started. 2024 is going to be so lit. I can't wait. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest Bitcoin technical analysis, as well as the largest e-commerce Japanese giant to allow Bitcoin payments. Let's go. Also, SEC reissues crypto FOMO warning amid hope for the spot Bitcoin ETFs. In fact, the chairman, Gary Gensler, even shared a thread. Bullish. Also in today's show, spot Bitcoin ETF fee war begins. Issuers amend their S1 filings with lower sponsor fees. I'll be breaking all this down for you, as well as PlanB, creator of the Bitcoin stock to flow model, expects a nice little 10x for Bitcoin as several indicators start to turn bullish. I'll be sharing his outlook for 2024. Also, breaking news, Max Keiser raises doubts that the Bitcoin ETF approval will lead to the confiscation of all ETF Bitcoin. In fact, quoting him here, "You are not protected against government seizure, and the US government plans to seize all the Bitcoin ETF Bitcoin in the interest of national security." We'll be discussing this, plus so much more in today's show. Now, welcome everyone just joining us. Bitcoin is above 47,000. You gotta love it. 50,000 incoming. Send it. Welcome to everyone in that live chat. First and foremost, let me know if the stream is loud, clear, and smooth. I'm going to start shouting everyone out. What up, Bango? What it do? Matt, happy 47K Bitcoin. Will Stopson versus Guru. Good to see you, brother. Wes Russell. George, Pineal Gland. Good to see you. Epic day today. Amen, Tobias. Welcome, Knox Bill. Good to see you. Always a pleasure. Joe Collins, 50,000 incoming. What up, fam? What it do? Jennifer, good to see you, family. Good to see you. Hodl King on a jet, heading home after 60 days in Africa. Let's go. Welcome back home, family. I am in the USA, says T. Dillard. Appreciate that. Everyone, let me know where you're tuning in from, as this is a live and interactive show. I appreciate it. Vij Reggae, welcome. Hodl, Todd Ferris in the building. Bullish economy, loud and clear, says Kepler. Appreciate that. DJ Polarizer, what up? What up? Erico, good to see you, family. A. Bates, Baxter Churchill, Kingston Crypto, loud and clear, clear and smooth. Bring it. Todd Mayick, welcome. Tyler Campbell, welcome. Ferris, welcome. Eric, tuning in from Bakersfield, California, in the building. Happy 47G Bitcoin, baby. And welcome BCD 2020 to the Hodl Gang. Appreciate your support. Raven, good to see ya. Haas Cartwright, got my mind on my biddies and my biddies on my mind. Let's go. Welcome, Barek. Good to see you. Houston, Texas, representing Jay Bravo. Thanks for subscribing to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Yesterday's pod, we had over 24,000 views. Let's see if we can break that today, now that Bitcoin just broke out in a 22-month high. Crypto is king, Vancouver, BC. I already got MicroStrategy on margin, or I'd pile on, says Silas. Welcome, tuning in from Australia. Shout out to Matt Lee. Good to see you. Bitcoin Master, 48,000 incoming in the next 40 minutes. Send it. Yeah, I think 50K is the next major psychological target, which we're not too far away from. OG, welcome. Morning, or moving to Puerto Rico ASAP. Much love, JB. Preach, Texas representing. Shout out to OG Blockchain. That's what's up. Welcome, Alan. Welcome, Cherry Young. Welcome, Scottsdale Tour. If Max is right and the government takes Bitcoin, how will we sell ours from the hard wallets? That's the thing. You won't sell yours from the hard wallets. You just keep it safe in self-custody. Don't fall sucker to the ETFs. Let's break to 0.5,000 today, baby. Pump them likes. Share the stream. Retweet the tweets. Appreciate that. It does help out tremendously with the algorithm. Orange pill today or orange suppository tomorrow? Yeah. What up, Philip? Welcome, family. Legit Killer. Welcome. Phil C, Harpess, Coma, Joey, what it do? Breakout, yes, 100%. Ackington, UK in the building. Shout out to Ian D. Appreciate you tuning in from the UK. We get a lot of support from Europe. Are we hitting 50,000 tonight? Very probable. Very probable. We may have a 50K pump watch this evening, fam. What do you think? Megadon, JV, let's go. Kombucha. No kombucha today, just water. We're hitting 50 Gs. I think so, Wilbur. Next major logical target for us to break, and I think we're about to do that this week for sure, with all the news and the buzz surrounding the ETF approvals, which we're going to be discussing today. One Bitcoin will always be equivalent to one Bitcoin. That is right. 100% on that. My target is 48. Says bring facts. Send it. We're only 1,000 away. Shout out Barek for gifting a MicroStrategy membership of the channel. Being gifted a membership to JV was the best thing that happened to me in 2023. Now he's paying it forward, and it looks like who would bless? Who would bless? Yeah, someone just got hooked up. So whoever it is, congratulations. Abel Gonzalez, welcome to the HODL gang. Appreciate you supporting the channel. We launched memberships just 1 month ago. We already have close to 600 members. Greatly appreciate the support. Will the Saudis buy before the ETF approval? Well, Van Eck made a major purchase we're going to be discussing. I don't know about the Saudis yet, but yeah, thinking about that as well as Qatar, their sovereign wealth fund, looking to convert $500 billion worth of their sovereign wealth fund into Bitcoin. So big ups, much love. And with that being shared, fam, without further ado, welcome everyone to the live stream. If you're new to the channel, be sure to smash that subscribe button to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. Also be sure to smash the like and hit the bell icon, as it helps out tremendously with the YouTube algorithm. And Sepsicle, I appreciate you subbing to the pod family. Much love, much respect. Today is a historic day in Bitcoin, and shout out to Never Quit. Appreciate you as well. Today is pod episode number 1516. Today is January 8th, and I'm your host, JV. It's a big day because we just broke above $47,000. We haven't seen a price action like this in almost 2 years, 22 months to be more precise. So let's kick it off with our market watch, as we do each and every day. Check out, let me actually fix the screen capture for you. My bad. Sometimes it does that. I got to reset it. Let's see if this does the trick. No, that's not the right one. Let's see if this one does the trick. There we go. Appreciate your patience. So as you can see here, we got Bitcoin above 47,000, pump about 6% on the day. We also have Ether, BNB, Solana, XRP, and all the major cryptos pumping and in the green. And zooming out on the monthly to get a more broader perspective, you can see Bitcoin up 6%. We got Solana up almost 32% and BNB up 28%. And checking out coinmarketcap.com, the current crypto market cap sits at 1.73 trillion with roughly 84 billion in volume for the past 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance on the rise, baby, 53%. How high do you think this number will get this cycle, 2024, 2025? Let me know. The ETH dominance has been pretty stagnant, currently at 16.3%. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers of the past 24 hours, we got Clay up 38%, followed by ICP up 16%, followed by Bonk up roughly 16%. And below that, Injective, Stacks, Woo, Render, and Ordi. Now, which altcoins, if any, are you most bullish on for this bull run? Please do let me know in the comments right down below. And checking out the crypto bubbles to get a visual perspective on the daily. As you can see here, overall, the majority of the alts are in the green and pumping. Pretty impressive gains overall. And zooming out on the monthly, you got major gainers, some up even over 100%. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, we're currently rated a 71. Greed, yesterday 71, last week a 65, and last month a 73 in greed. So there you have it. My crypto fam, my question for you, when 50 G's? Are we going to get 50 G's this week off the back of the ETFs all being approved? Let me know your thoughts. I've been calling 50,000 in January for quite some time, and we're finally here. So it's game time. Pump those likes, family. I appreciate it. Exactly, Bassini. Where's Matrix Port now? This is not a sell the news event, and clearly something's going to happen major here. And let's not forget, we have a halving in only 3 months. Let that sink in, family. Supply shock incoming. Shout out to Luis Marquez. I appreciate you subbing to the pod. Huge banner on Bitcoin over here today in the UAE. That's what's up. Full adoption is here. Bitcoin people, bring it. Capital Fed, looks like Gary is going to hold us back until the last minute on January 10th. I'm going to actually be reading Gary's most latest thread on Bitcoin. Interestingly enough, he just did a tweet. 50,000 tonight, Barek. Send it. Let's get it. What up, man? How's Bitcoin going? Act fast for the bull run. You got that right, Brian. 50 G's this week also says passport. Okay, by a show of hands, if you think 50 G's this week, put a 1 in the chat. If you do not think we're going to accomplish 50,000 this week, which just started today, then put a 2 in the chat. I want to see how bullish you guys are. 50 G's, 1 in the chat. No 50 G's and Mickey D's, 2 in the chat. Let's see. 50,000 by Wednesday, says John. Gensler's favorite word, edging. 1-1. 52,000 minimum by Friday's close. Let's go. 11111, 11111. Tonight, let's go. 11. Oh, we got 12. 112, 112, 1111111. Keep it coming. Paul put a 2. Everyone else, 111111. 50K tonight, easy. 111111. Light that chat up like the 4th of July. Appreciate it. Lighters in the air. 111. Shout out to John Pontius. I appreciate you subbing to the #1 day of the Bitcoin pod. Let's get it. 2 by Colin. 111. 50,000 tonight, easy. 50,000 by tonight. Many of you are predicting new week, new year, new all-time high. Amen. Send it. 11111. Tired of your maximalist max spot ETF FUD, says Stephen Hubbs. Teach their own, brother. You got to admit, I mean, yesterday's pod got more views than any other podcast for the past year. So you may be sick of it, but people are appreciating the high priest. I know I am. 111, diamond hands, hit the like. 2, says Obsidian. Double 1. 11's my divine number right there. Pontier Fishing, I appreciate you subbing to the pod family. Is the ETF approved? Probably behind the scenes, but not officially yet. But most likely going to be this week. If the approvals come Wednesday, does that mean next day the ETFs are live or another day? It doesn't necessarily mean the next day is launch. It could be weeks from the approval. We really don't know. 50,000 is irrelative, building with a hot 100,000. May 19th, 2024. Send it, Megadon. MD, welcome. New week, new record. Amen. Anyways, fam, I love the chat, so keep it coming. But let's dive into our Bitcoin technical analysis. Check out some of the charts where the price action is likely to go next. Just note, this article was published right before the pump, and so we were just north of 45,000, and right now at the time of this live stream we're now just north of 47 G's. Here you're looking at the Bitcoin 1 hour candle chart. Data from TradingView tracked close 3% daily on Bitcoin's price gains, and we have now doubled that. We're now up roughly 6% on the daily. Quoting an analyst here, ETF speculators aren't going to be happy if an approval doesn't come today, but the word on the street is Wednesday. So within 48 hours, fam, stay patient. Is most likely the day. And this is coming from Material Indicators he shared here on X. That means you should be prepared for another potential flush. Whales want to shake out the weak hands and buy lower. And we're already pumping. So Material Indicators referenced last week's liquidations, which removed a large portion of the open interest as leverage long Bitcoin positions unwound. And at this time, Bitcoin futures open interest stood at roughly 407,000 BTC, up more than 8,000 on the day per data from Statistics Resource, CoinGlass, and shout out to Passport Bachelor. I appreciate the super, says the best Bitcoin pod, much love from Manila. Shout out to Manila. That's in the Philippines, right, fam? Responding, financial commentator Ted's Talk Crypto queried whether the size of an increase preempted an early ETF decision. CoinGlass itself, meanwhile, pointed to ask liquidity, increasing immediately above the spot price, representing what could happen should the market move more rapidly to the upside. And lo and behold, precisely what is happening. Meanwhile, well-known Bitcoin community names maintained a cautious tone despite the increasing confidence that the ETFs would launch. Hodl Nut, an advisor to Bitcoin custody service, the Bitcoin Advisor, saw further unreliable price moves to come around the decision, as he shared here. I will be surprised if there are no more price shenanigans related to the ETFs. Any previous time where people have been this much in agreement on imminent bullish price action, there have been expectation rug pulls. Now, don't trade low time preference. Well, we didn't get a rug pull. We actually got a pump, which is interesting. And James Van Straten, research and data analyst at crypto insights firm CryptoSlate, meanwhile, spied a 1% price decline for gold as a potentially timely event, considering whether the market participants might be rotating into Bitcoin. I mean, when is Peter Schiff finally going to capitulate and get that old school precious metal into Bitcoin? It's about time. And check this out. Breaking news just in before I went live. VanEck, major asset manager, bought 72.5 million Bitcoin worth of Bitcoin to seed its Bitcoin ETF. Maybe this is a part of the reason on why we're pumping like we are right now. Asset managers are seeding their ETFs in real time. Let's freaking go. Now, welcome everyone just joining our live stream. We already have over 800 people out there. I appreciate all the support, family. Let's see if we can smash. We had over 1,300 live concurrent yesterday. Let's see if we can smash that today, being we got a new 22-month high of 47 Gs. Welcome, Leroy. Welcome, LFC. Tony Jeffries in the building from Liverpool. Good to see you, brother. Jennifer says agreed with original. That'd be phenomenal, says passive. Chump change, says Matt. I mean, to them it is. I have pretty much resigned already in anticipation of 100 Gs. Congratulations, BCD 2020. Anyone else going to be retiring at 100 Gs? You should change the title of the podcast from day to day. Dirty. I did, bro. Bitwise offering the lowest fees. BlackRock offering. Yeah, we're going to be discussing the Bitcoin fee war going on right now. The game theory in full effect, as we've been calling. They're seeding this early. They know something. 100% they know something. The final S1s are already submitted. We're likely to get this green light. In 2 days, 48 hours from now, we're going to be celebrating above 50 Gs. So send it. As Ice Cube said, today was a good day. That's right. Gary Gensler didn't even have to put on his toupee. I got to say it was a good day. Got the popcorn ready. Hi from Seattle. Welcome, Ryan. Bonjour. If the ETFs get refused magically, what do you think the bottom would be? Bottom is already in. Say goodbye to the 30,000s, family. I think we're going to just march north regardless. Even if the ETF didn't get approved, maybe we dump a couple of grand. But let's not forget, we have a halving in 3 months. You know what I mean? Previous cycles, there was no institutional FOMO. Just based off the halvings, we typically add a 0 to that price action every 4-year cyclical cycle. So keep that in mind. Wish I knew something, said Adam. The Bitcoin fixed fees for Bitcoin on ICP. I don't think there's going to be releasing their last minute fee war strategies if they thought rejection might happen. Good point, data biter. Bars. Thank you, Todd. Hi from China. Shout out to China. Hen Gao Xing Jian Dao Ni. Footsteps in the dark, famous Ice Cube sample. Do you think they'll be approved today after the market closes or last minute, Gary? I mean, I think it's most likely last minute, Gary, but I also say expect the unexpected, so anything can happen. Be prepared. Dan Frank, thanks for subbing to the #1 daily pod. 22 months after the halving could be the top, says Matt. Liverpool is here. Welcome, Liverpool. Just see Houghton in here, you lads. Bitcoin since the 2016 boom. Let's go. Cycle play alone gets us to $125,000 to $250,000 range. Send it, Joey. It's going to be lit this cycle. I agree. XRP to 0, says someone in here from you. Bullish either ways, especially long team, but there would be a legitimate strategic decline to choke the supply demand till March. Keith, you speak Chinese? EDR. Retiring at 1 million, 100K. You guys forget I spent 13 months in China. Joey, you got that right. Why so bearish? Last minute, Gary, always expect the flush is right today or tomorrow. To the moon from El Salvador with love. Shout out Julius 360 and all my beautiful people in El Salvador. Let's go to the moon, shall we? Gary has given a lot of warning. That's a good sign. They must be twisting his arm to approve soon, right? What's the news? Big news. Stay tuned. We have a lot to cover. Watching the top 300. Let's go. Tell Nipsey to show a little excitement back there. Hey, he's getting his rest in. He's channeling the spirit of Satoshi, and then he gives us the signals live on stream. So you know what he's doing. Hello from Olympia, WA. Cheers, fam. You DCAing 100 a day into Bitcoin since last year. You'd be very happy about now. Amen, Tennessee EcoMin. Let's not forget, we started the year off last year at 17, 18,000. We're already at almost 50 Gs. So big win for all the Bitcoiners. No Kraken FUD today that I'm aware of, Bassini. Unless you know something I don't know. Gary is waiting on Hashdex. If you're getting value, smash the like, pump the stream. I appreciate it. And without further ado, let's dive into our next story of the day. Big news coming out of Japan. In fact, the largest e-commerce platform in Japan is going to be accepting Bitcoin payments. Let's discuss it. Mercari, one of the largest Japanese e-com platforms, will allow users to purchase its flea market app listed products using Bitcoin starting in June. And according to the report, the e-commerce platform will facilitate Bitcoin transactions via its Tokyo-based crypto exchange subsidiary, Melcoin. The prices of listed items in the flea market app will be displayed in Japanese yen with an option to pay in Bitcoin. Vendors and sellers will still receive the paid Bitcoin in local fiat currency, as the marketplace will convert the Bitcoin through its exchange partner in real time. Now, Mercari is one of Japan's largest consumer e-commerce marketplaces with roughly 22 million monthly users. That means 22 million active users are going to have access to BTC. Let's go. The marketplace was launched back in 2013 and in 5 years became the largest community-based e-commerce platform in the country with a 94% usage rate. Wow. Kind of like reminds me of Amazon in the US. The platform posted a profit at 2.8 billion yen, almost 20 million, in the third quarter of last year, and offering the option to pay in Bitcoin could encourage further adoption of Bitcoin in the tech-savvy nation. So shout out Japan. And how many of you tuned in right now are in Japan? Let me know. Over the years, Mercari has embraced crypto on its platform. Recently, the firm launched the Mercari Bitcoin crypto trading service, allowing users to buy and sell Bitcoin using proceeds from sales on the platform. The e-commerce giant's loyalty program is crypto-centered as well, allowing users to swap their points for cryptocurrency. Japan is considered a pro-crypto nation with better regulations for businesses to operate and offer their services to customers. This has helped the e-commerce platform to become gateways for crypto adoption in their country. And apart from Mercari, we also have Rakuten, another prominent e-com platform, which has also been pro-crypto for a long time, allowing users to convert loyalty points to crypto and developing a native NFT token platform. So there you have it. Japan adoption. Let's freaking go. Now, welcome everyone just joining the stream. Our next story we're going to be discussing is the SEC reissuing crypto FOMO warning, which is another sign of the times. I'm also going to be sharing Gary Gensler's latest thread on Bitcoin, which is like, if you can read between the lines, he's ultimately prepping or pre-framing you for this launch of the spot ETF, which we all know is coming down the pipeline, hence why the markets are pumping the way they are right now, up roughly 2,700 on the day, and we're just getting started. If I bought all my crypto in Pennsylvania and moved to Japan, do I still have to pay taxes to the US? Yes. Unfortunately, it's not that simple to avoid taxes. If so, no one would live in the United States, right? What's your thought about KuCoin? Always in the top 5, but rarely mentioned. Honestly, some of these exchanges, I don't really trust. It's hard enough trusting the biggest exchanges in the world. You know what I mean? Because even FTX ended up being a fraud, and that was the second largest exchange. And now, you know, SEC is going after Binance. You know, CZ stepped down, $4-point-something billion fine to the Department of Justice. So there's a lot of shady exchanges. And I don't even bother if they're not like, you know what I mean? So 50,000 just the beginning for this week, 75 by the weekend. Send it, Earl. Good to see you, broski. Welcome, family. Data Biter. The U.S. does have laws to try to collect income tax from people. There are some strategies to mitigate that. See you in Puerto Rico in 1 month, says Carlos Pinto. Cheers, fam. Who else is coming to Puerto Rico? We're going to be celebrating our $100,000 Bitcoin price action party. Coin the 100K Fiesta. Make sure you're in the Crypto News Alerts Discord for more information on that. We have a chat dedicated to that. What's good from what is that? Guyana. Welcome from Guyana. Uphold, says Bob Marley. Rest in peace, Bob Marley. I'm a big fan of your work. If we add 2,700 for the next 10 days, we move past the all-time high. Think about that. Word. All tax-free on this side, says Keith Hunt. Well, you may want to relocate to El Salvador, Bitcoin City, 0 capital gains tax. Puerto Rico, similar, 0 capital gains tax if you get your Act 60 decree and you make this your primary residence. Just FYI. 100K soon, says Laser A. Shiba holder. I might lose. I may with some salutes from Houston. Salute, George. Appreciate you tuning in. Face melting, ripping. Was there any ever doubt? BlackRock will be putting $2 billion into Bitcoin the day of the ETF. That's right. Told you, kids. Vegas, baby. At the Rhino. Shout out to the real Gary Gensler. He's been telling us we were going to get the approval this week. He comes on the show each and every day. You know what I mean? So appreciate all the insights you've been giving us on the stream. There you have it.
Told you, kids. Vegas, baby. At the Rhino.
Had to do it in my Gary Gensler voice. Zimbabwe in the building. 47 incoming. Yeah, we rate touched 47 too before I went live. Back, welcome. How do you get a social security number from an anonymous Bitcoin seller for a new tax law? If you don't give them the seller's social security, then you have a felony for anything over. Yeah, I have no clue about that. Back for more. How about the market cap all-time high? No one is talking about. I think the all-time high for the crypto market back in 2021 November, when we hit the 69G all-time high for Bitcoin, we were roughly just north of 3 trillion. So we're more than halfway back to reclaiming that 3 trillion market cap. What up, JV? Great show, fam. 50,000 incoming. Cheers, Raziel. IRS will make billions, says Mr. Taxicab. Gary, the globe earther. S. Cheers, fam. I'm the real Gary. Don't be fooled, says Gary. So hold on.
I'm the real Gary, so don't be fooled by the other Gary.
We have several Garys claiming to be the real Gary, so will you please stand up? Please stand up. Croatia's coming. Well, come. You're at as well busted chiropractor credit union bank. Does that say something about me or no? Slovenia or Portugal? Ooh, and Portugal. Yeah, Portugal's lit. Great place to be. Let's see. Gary got another message.
100,000 next week? Book it, baby.
So there you go. Gensler again, dropping clues in here. We appreciate the real Gary Gensler, and I appreciate the supers. Bitcoin, then ETH, and then Ben. No Ben. I don't know about that. Yeah, I think you're the only one bullish on Ben. I haven't heard a single person in the Crypto Newsletters chat ever mention Ben Coin. I'm definitely not bullish on that. What up, George? Appreciate you subbing, family. Oh yeah, is Sailor here? If Sailor is here, why don't you share if there's any second best?
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best. There is no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right?
Amen. Greetings from Belgium. Welcome, Oliver. Great live. Gary Gensler as always, bro. Cool shout outs to us all. Appreciate you, Original Classics. Much love, much respect. But without further ado, let's discuss what the SEC is sharing. They're telling you not to FOMO into this ETF, which ultimately means FOMO into the ETF. So here's the headline. SEC reissues crypto FOMO warning amid hope for the spot Bitcoin ETFs. And even the chairman himself, Gary Gensler, made a thread. Some things to keep in mind if you're considering investing into crypto assets. So let's break this baby down. Welcome everyone just joining the stream. The US SEC had reissued a warning about FOMO crypto investing just days ahead of the anticipated approval of the spot Bitcoin ETFs. In a post on January 6th, the SEC's Office of Investor Education again warned retail investors of the risk associated with digital assets, including meme stocks, cryptos, and NFTs. And on one of the first appearances of the Say No to Go to FOMO blog, amid a roaring crypto and equities bull market that saw Bitcoin, Ether, and many other alts reach new all-time highs by November 2021, the warning was issued again around March 2022 when the markets were cooling. So you can see the tweet here from the SEC, say no go to FOMO. Just because others might buy a particular investment doesn't mean it is the right opportunity for you. Whatever you say there, bud. Several users across social media theorized the report could suggest the SEC will soon approve one or more of the spot Bitcoin ETFs that are currently awaiting a decision sometime before Wednesday, January 10th deadline, which is now less than 48 hours. The warning mentions celebrities and athletes promoting crypto assets, urging investors not to make final decisions simply because popular figures were touting an investment opportunity. Quoting them here, you may see your favorite athlete, entertainer, or social media influencer promoting these kinds of investment opportunities. Although it's tempting, never decide to invest based solely on their recommendation. Now, over the years, the regulator has slapped celebrities with fines and penalties for their role in promoting certain cryptos. On October 3rd of last year, we had Miss Kardashian agreeing to pay $1.26 million settlement to the SEC after being charged with failing to disclose that she was paid $250,000 to promote a sham token called Ethereum Max to her 360 million Instagram followers. In fact, Floyd Money Mayweather was also promoting that Emax crap as well. He was rocking a hat, a shirt when he was doing his boxing promos. I remember that. Now, additionally, the report warned investors of the potential volatility associated with assets that swing heavily due to trends and influencers, saying that while they can be appealing at first, losses often stack up quickly as the market moves on without them. Now, how would you feel if your investment lost 20, 30, or even 50% in a single day? the report shared. Now, the crypto industry is currently watching for the Bitcoin ETF space with bated breath, and we're going to actually be discussing the latest from Balchunas and Safeart. But first, I want to read to you this thread from Mr. Gary Gensler. He posted it here this morning, 11:40 a.m., January 8th. It already got 12.4 million views. Wow. Here's what Gensler has to share. Number one, those offering crypto asset investments and services may not be complying with applicable law, including federal security laws. Investors in crypto asset securities should understand they may be deprived of key info and other important protections in connection with their investment. Number two, now investments in crypto assets can also be exceptionally risky and are often volatile. A number of major platforms in crypto assets have become insolvent or lost value. Investments in crypto assets continue to be subject to significant risks. And number three, fraudsters continue. Wait, let me do it in my Gary voice. 1 second, family. This will make for better entertainment.
Fraudsters continue to exploit the rising popularity of crypto assets to lure retail investors into scams. These investments continue to be replete with fraud, bogus coin offerings, Ponzi and pyramid schemes, and outright theft where a project promoter disappears with investors' money.
So there you have it, my crypto fam, coming directly from Gary Gensler. Beware of those hucksters and fraudsters. Yo, Gary is in the chat. He always is. We appreciate the real Gary Gensler, so thank you, fam. I did 2 small test deposits in Margex as BCD. Neither got applied to my account until I hit up their chat. That is super shady. Many of these exchanges are the real super shady. You know what I mean? I was going to say the real Slim Shady, but the real super Slim Shady. Celebs were okay to push the jab, though. Oh, they sure were. Some of these athletes were paid $20 million to pump that poison. You already know. Gary will come for you. Just wait. He is covering his backside and trying to give the illusion that he is in control. Pretty much Barek. Kramer said Bitcoin is dead today. To the moon. That's the best bullish signal we can ever get from Kramer because we inverse everything he says. And remember, he said that the ETF is a sell the news event. So we already know we're going to continue to pump 50 G's income and it's inevitable. What do you guys think? Will Gensler be the new Bangladesh meme? I don't know who that is. Bogdanov. Sounds like the Mars movie with Jack Nicholson. That's exactly how I feel about the altcoins. Pure dumbest trash juice, says Capital Fed. JV. Assalamu alaikum. Alaikum salam, my broski. Mars Attacks, JV. I remember that film. Not all Garys are the same. Please, exactly, is the bull run. When? It's already started. We're at 47 Gs, baby. The bull run started last year. Fact. What about Shiba? What about it? We don't need a grown telling us what to do with our finances. Preach, Leonard Ray. Greetings from Uganda. Shout out to Uganda. First time I see your dog move. He's alive. Shiba whack, says Keith. Gary, dumb eat again. All the Garys in the chat, rampant. Gary, come on. It's a new opportunity for the Ponzi scheme, friends. I need to try Rogaine. What? Oh, Gensler. How do you know about... Yeah, greetings from Palm Springs, California. Cheers, family. Shout out, Cali. Gary Lives Matter. We got rich off of Shiba a few years back and then got rid of it, says Greedy Sav. What up, Andrew? The dog got bigger balls than Gensler. Fact. Washington. Yeah, Gensler may be neutered. Nipsey's not neutered. I always buy Bitcoin, but when I do, I don't always buy. When I do, I make money. Amen, Haas. You know, Hodl Gang, where you at? I love Bitcoin. Screw Shiba. Made you laugh. My job here is done. There you go, Keith. What's the dog's breed? Shout out from Germany. He's a rescue pup, so he's a mix. Okay. Real Gary Gensler got some more insights. He says,
Pelosi getting her Bitcoin from Ukraine. What?
Man, putting Pelosi under the bus. Love it. Yams to the moon. Kramer is a living technical indicator. There you go. Bitcoin 50 Gs by the weekend. I'll cheers to that. Send it, family. Keep the comments a pumping. I appreciate it. We're now up 3,000 on the day, family. So congratulations. That means if you're a whole coiner, you're literally up 3,000 today. If you have 10 Bitcoins, you're up 30,000 on the day. Holy moly. Big gainers. If you're a half coiner, you're still up 1,500 on the day. So well done. Let's go. Anyways, let's get into this ETF saga, because here's the latest with the ETF price wars just released today. In fact, there was this tweet from James Safart who wrote, "Wow, this morning was wild for Bitcoin ETF filers. Here's the state of play on the fee war front. The lowest long-term fee is Bitwise Investment at 0.24%, followed closely by Van Eck at 0.25%. But we also have fee waivers on 3 for 6 months down to 0%, plus BlackRock waiver to 0.2%. So the fee war is on, game theory in full effect. So the anticipation for the decision from the US SEC on the spot Bitcoin ETF continues as multiple applicants filed their final S1 form amendments January 8th, which is today. Valkyrie was the first company to file the final S1 amendment, followed by Wisdom Tree, BlackRock, Van Eck, Invesco, Galaxy, Grayscale, and ARK Invest, and 21 shares. Amongst the amendments, many of the applicants have also included lower fees, raising the bar for competitiveness between the various ETF offerings. The lowest sponsor fee for the currently filed ETFs is from Bitwise, with no fee for the first 6 months and the first $1 billion in assets, followed by a 0.24% fee. This is followed by ARK Invest and 21 shares, also listing no fee for the first 6 months or until $1 billion in assets, after which will enforce a fee of 0.25%. As he points out here, Balchunas, wait, ARK just dropped their fee to 0.25% in an S1 filed 20 minutes after BlackRock's. Told y'all the fee war would break out and before they even launched. And this is without Vanguard on the mix. Damn, Gina. The Bloomberg market analyst Balchunas called the drop in ARK and 21 shares fee from 0.8% to 0.25% breathtaking. He said the fee wars are intense, but that's another level. Van Eck listed a 0.25% fee, Franklin Templeton a 0.29% fee, followed by Fidelity with a 0.39% fee. The global asset manager BlackRock set its fee for the iShares ETF at 0.2% for the first 12 months or until their first $5 billion, then hiked it up to 0.3% as the ongoing fee. And quoting Katie Griefield here, BlackRock's fee is finally listed. Final fee is 30 BP, but 20 BPS in the first 12 months or until the first $5 billion in assets. That's the new low watermark. Now, on the higher end of the fees, we have Wisdom Tree coming in at 0.5%. Galaxy Invesco offered the first 6 months with no fee, followed by a 0.59% fee. We also have Valkyrie with a 0.8% fee and Hashdex with a sponsor fee of 0.9%. Grayscale dropped its fee from 2% to its newly listed fee of 1.5%, which currently comes in as the most expensive of the pack. Now, research and market analyst Safart posted on X to be mindful that these are not finalized and said he wouldn't be surprised by even more fee drops. Again, game theory in full effect. Let's get it. Amid all the revisions to the spot Bitcoin ETF, Balchunas said it would be interesting to see if this influences crypto exchanges to respond with their own fee cuts before it's too late. What do you guys think? And cheers to Master Hart, I appreciate you subbing to the pod. Balchunas also posted a reminder that a temporary fee waivers historically haven't moved the needle much, and that advisors tend to focus on the regular fees because they are long-term investors. However, he did say it could possibly matter in this case, given that all the ETFs all do the same thing. As he shares here, let's read this tweet here on X from Mr. Balchunas, the ETF expert. One quick note on the temporary fee waivers that we are seeing in the Bitcoin ETFs. Historically, this hasn't moved the needle much. One ETF back in the day actually paid you to invest in it until it reached a certain assets under management mark, but no one cared. Advisors focused on regular fees since they are long-term investors. That said, given all the ETFs all do the same thing, maybe it will matter. All else equal, we shall soon see. What are your thoughts, fam? And as the final amendments come in, the next stage in the decision-making process is anticipated to be voted by the SEC commissioners. Markets have been forecasting the debut of the ETF on or around January 11th. So let's talk about that. What if we get the approval Wednesday and then the following day, 24 hours later, they officially launch? That would be pretty fast. What are your thoughts on that, family? Please do let me know before we dive into our next story of the day. and let's read some more comments. And if you're just joining the live stream, pump the like and let's celebrate, because today Bitcoin broke out, hitting a 22-month high. We haven't seen a price action of around $47,000 in almost 2 years. And we head into 50 G's, baby. Gensler likes to rub Biden's legs. Oh no, at the pool. That's not cool. Love the show, but it's exhausting listening to conspiracy theories of Max and Alex, says Rich. Well, this is pod episode number 1516, and I think this is the third or second day I've ever talked about Alex Jones. So he was just recently reinstated on X, and I respect his opinions. And he's not even a focus on today's show, so to each their own. Wouldn't say all the time, though. He is right. Let's go. Someone give us a subscription so he feels important. Steven Diaz, keep pushing this front forward. You got that right, brother. I appreciate your support. Thank you for the super. Barack, thank you for gifting a membership of the channel, MicroStrategy membership to, let's see this name, Sas Macross. You've just been blessed with a membership of the channel. We appreciate the support. Bitcoin is pumping without any ETF. Yeah, Bitcoin has been pumping for 15 years without the ETF. Let's get it. Shout out to Bacalay. Appreciate you subbing to the pod family. 50 G's, says Mark. Send it. Let's go. We about to rip. Yes, leave Alex alone. We love Alex. Much respect to Mr. Jones. Rhodes in Bulgaria. I appreciate you subbing to the pod family. Alex rocks, says Alice. Juan put a 1. Alex Jones is right, says Manuel Rodriguez. Bullish scenario will happen when Gary Gensler grows some hair on his head. That's never happening. Notice how Alex and Mr. Francon are both banned at the same time. Oh, Louis Farrakhan, but time only one of them is allowed back. That is interesting, Todd. I haven't seen Farrakhan in forever, if that's who you're referring to. It's not a conspiracy, it's a fixed game, and Max just shows it. Amen, Data Biter. I think clearly Max knows his stuff. He's been an insider in financial markets for 40 years. I'm 40 years old, so he's been an expert on this topic since I was a snot-nosed kid, just born. 15 years strong, I feel old. Word. When Alex said the frogs are gay, I felt that. 6% in a day, not bad. And we're just getting started, family. We're just getting pumped up. Yeah, Max does have some wild predictions. I love Max's predictions. He also says that the hash adjusted price for Bitcoin right now is over $400,000. Dogecoin was sent to the moon this morning on the Vulcan rocket. That absolutely didn't happen. Love Max, but come on, the US isn't confiscating your ETF. This is coming from a financial advisor, says Saw 1720. How do you know what they have planned? Welcome, Mahad. I appreciate you subbing to the pod family. How could you know what they have planned? I'm sure a lot of people said that about gold in the early 1930s before the 1933 Gold Seizure Act. The fact is you can't trust the government. I think that's the bigger picture. Dustin Barty, welcome. Thanks for subbing. And you can't trust BlackRock. I think that's the bigger picture. There's some sinister plan behind all of this, probably. I would agree on that forefront. What do you guys think? Let me know, family. Let's pump it up. Get the pumps moving. And then we'll dive into our next story of the day. Let's discuss Bitcoin 10xing. 10x from here is 470,000 per Bitcoin. Let's go. Yes, bring it. Just past 70 G's in Australia. I'll toast to that. Cheers, Heath. Well done. Max Keiser's the new George Orwell. Cheers, Hodl King. Y'all seem like nice guys. Education. Max on the inside. Helen, you already know, family. JV loves rockets that go to space. Silas, you're funny. Randomly found you on live. Well, Mahad, I appreciate you finding me. Be sure to smash the sub. You'll get an on-screen shout out. People were like, what gives you my gold of paper or gold for paper? Oh, my God. No, John, absolutely not. Indonesia in the building. Cheers, fam. Money is changing. Max is the real deal. Max and Stacy, via the Keiser report, gave us the first international TV coverage of Bitcoin back in 2011. Anyone who listened to Max back then, their Bitcoin is up over 20 million%. Let that sink in, family. 20 million% gains if you listen to Max and Stacy. Max is a financial stock experience, and now Bitcoin USD. Rob Morgan, I appreciate your super family. Much love and respect. Will any of the ETFs pay dividends? It's a good question. I have no clue. Muhammad, welcome family. Thank you for subbing. 100. Let's go. What up, Dusty? Say to paper BTC. Yeah, don't give the real thing up for paper. That's for sure. Self-custody is the way. Don't keep your crypto on the exchanges. And for most of you, an ETF is not in your best interest. That's the most of you here. Standard Chartered predicting 200,000 this year. And guess who the primary shareholder of Standard Chartered is? BlackRock. BlackRock owns over 80% of the companies in the S&P 500. So they're ultimately more powerful than the government, and some would say they're one and the same. What are your thoughts on that? Let me know. And let's dive into our next story of the day and discuss the latest from PlanB. Welcome, A&A. What it do, family? I appreciate you subbing to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. We still got a lot to cover. So let's dive into our next story and discuss the latest with the stock to flow model. The headline reads, PlanB expects a nice 10x for Bitcoin as several indicators start to turn bullish. Here's his 2024 outlook. And if you're just joining us, be sure to pump the like. It helps out with that algorithm. Thanks, fam. Quant analyst PlanB says that a 10x price increase for Bitcoin is in the cards, as many of its key indicators have flipped bullish. In a new update, the closely followed analyst tells his subs that he doesn't expect Bitcoin to have diminished returns or lesser gains than the previous cycle due to the Bitcoin adoption still being in the early stages. Quoting him here, Bitcoin's growth used to be 100x in the first couple of bull markets, but lately that has slowed down a little bit to 10x, a little bit under 10x. I don't expect diminishing returns because we're at 2 or 3% adoption. And if we follow the logistic S-curve in Metcalfe's law, we can't have diminishing returns below 50% adoption. So we'll have exponential growth for a couple of more years. I expect a nice 10x that brings it to somewhere in the $100,000 to $1 million Bitcoin range. Let's go. PlanB also looks at his model that aims to pinpoint the stages of Bitcoin's market cycles by analyzing the cost basis of the majority of the Bitcoin in circulation. And according to PlanB, Bitcoin is now crossing above the average cost basis of coins, which is the hallmark bull run signal. That's right, quoting him again. So right now we have left the bear market of 2022 behind us. Bitcoin's price crossed all the cost prices. So a lot of people are in profit right now, and Bitcoin is above the cost prices, and the cost prices are rising, especially the realized price, which is going up again, which is a hallmark signal of a bull market that is starting. Now, if you're in the green as a Bitcoin hodler, holla at your boy in that chat, put a 1 in the live chat. Where will it bring us? Probably in the $100,000 to $1 million area if history is of any guide. And here you're looking at the Bitcoin realized price chart brought to you by PlanB. And looking at the chart, the Bitcoin price appears to be hovering above its realized cost price, 2-year realized cost price, as well as the 5-month realized cost price. The realized price is the average price of all the Bitcoin in circulation calculated based on the price at which they were last moved. Now, there you have it. And to watch this more in-depth detail by PlanB himself, check the show notes below the video in the description. So there you go. Let me know if you agree or disagree with that prediction from PlanB. JB, you have a slight drop of your right eyelid. There is a problem per se. There's not a problem per se. I got to see this. Now you intrigue me. But thought I'd mention it in case you didn't know. Maybe possible causes. Well, I've had this kind of slight drop in the right eye for over a decade, so no clue, honestly. I just felt I had a more sensitive eye, and I'm looking at a bright screen right now, my computer. I have this huge IMAX screen in front of me, and my eyes are extremely sensitive, so yeah, you recognized it though, so kudos to you, family. Miles can't see anything. D-Clan put a 1. I have bought 5 Bitcoin at the price of 16,000 almost. Massive congrats, Muhammad. Well done, family. You bought the bottom. Yes, well done. Manuel, congrats. You have viewers from all over the world. It's amazing. I appreciate that, Mr. Rodriguez. I appreciate everyone's support. Much love. Sleeps on the right side, someone says. Laser eyes, baby. That's right. I'm like Cyclops in this piece. JV, what's your take on MicroStrategy? Why is it down today when Bitcoin is 47? Well, it can't just go up in a straight line. MicroStrategy is up probably close to 400% in the past year. Love the comb over, JV. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gary Gensler wish he had this hair on his head. Some people say, oh my God, you say X isn't usually in the chat, but I just looked at all the thumbnails. He's in 5 of the last 8. Who are you referring to when you say X, John? I heard too, by the way, it happened after my Lyme disease, says Silas. I have to use nighttime mode these days, no more bright screens. Yeah, especially if you're spending 8 hours in front of a screen a day like I am with the podcast, I got to lower the brightness. So typically, if I wasn't live right now, my brightness would be like way down, but I keep it up so you can see me. Satoshi equals Craig Wright. I disagree with that, S or JL. Been in the green since $75 in 2013, says 2 for 1, HODL gang. Congratulations, shout out to all my Bitcoin OGs who got started so early. What a blessing it is. The force is strong with Bitcoin, said Yoda. There you go. Let's go. Bought at 44,000. Well, congrats, you're in the green family. You're up 3 Gs. No, I was referring to Alex Jones. I said I don't rarely talk about Alex. I think maybe 2 episodes more recently. I never said, I've been talking about Max since I started because he was the biggest influence in my life getting into this space. Tony Schroes, thank you for subscribing, family. Yeah, I've covered Max and his predictions since I started the podcast 5 years ago. So I didn't say that. You're twisting my words now, big dog. Get some Biggie shades, right? I need some gangster shades for the stream. Dorian Nakamoto lived blocks away from Hal Finney. They can't be a coincidence, can it? Shout out Punchy Coffee, just gifted 10 memberships to the channel. So congratulations, everyone that just got blessed. Mr. Novelles, Croaks Boy, War Player. Whoa, and they're coming in so fast. Leroy, yep, you've been blessed. Hodl King, Kwang Lee, you've been blessed. And Rodolfo Perez, you've been blessed. Nelson Naves, you've been blessed. Please do show Punchy Coffee some love. You guys are incredible, the most giving community in the Bitcoin space. Your Gary voice does not work for me. You want to consider some other mode later on Ted Brown? Keiser and Saylor are true inspirations, 100%. I'd say my top 3 Bitcoiners are going to be Max, Saylor, and who do we give the Holy Trinity to? I also love Jack Mallers. I can listen to him rant all day. Thank you for covering so many news each day and a lot of stress. Thanks. You're welcome, Daniel. I missed the Keiser report. Don't we all? They need to bring back the Keiser report, 100%. I miss it too. The best financial, educational show to ever exist. Keeping it 100. Your channel is growing, dude. Thank you, Tex. Appreciate that. Jay Bellis is the best show. Cheers. And shout out again to everyone who just became a member of the show. We appreciate the support. Yes, let's go. We still got more news to share, family, including our breaking story of the day and the latest from Max. What do you think? Is the ETF going to be approved tomorrow, says DeWood. I'd say now 90% probability that it's approved this week. Tomorrow, no idea, but this week. They're saying by the 10th, and it could launch on the 11th. So we shall soon see, family. I do feel we're getting closer and closer. Let Saylor away to the moon. Bring it. Andreas Antonopoulos, he's an OG, one of my faves. It was actually him talking about Bitcoin the very first time I heard about it. So I got to give kudos to Andreas. McAfee was a cool dude as well. Yeah, I had him. He was my first guest on the show here. I interviewed him twice. It was lit. He was drinking some, what kind of liquor was he drinking? I was smoking a blunt because it was on my bucket list. I wanted to smoke a blunt interviewing McAfee. Oh, he was drinking Jameson. So it was a pretty lit interview. You already know. Cheers, Brain Tease Central. Appreciate you subbing, family. Some big people say the 10th, the launch the 11th. That's what they're saying. Simon Dixon's one of the earliest adopters and educators of Bitcoin. He's a pretty good dude as well. Shout out to Simon Dixon. Appreciate that, Novelles, for subscribing, and congrats on becoming a member of the show. Much love. Much respect. I bought Bitcoin in 2013. That's what's up. We got OGs in the building. Honduras and Bitcoin. Yeah, I covered that story yesterday. They're now recognizing Bitcoin as a unit of account in El Salvador, in Honduras, over there in Central America. I love it. 1 Keiser, 2 McAfee, 3 Saylor. Let's go, Norm. Andreas is going to after them. Jabs, what do you think? Good for him. I mean, over 17 million people died as a result of trusting the science. That's legendary, man. I'm going to have to go watch that interview now. Appreciate that, Rev. You'll find it on the channel. Did Max start Bitcoin? You never know. Alex says he is the real Satoshi. Damn, you talk about him. Wow. Who are you referring to there, Keith? Yeah, McAfee's the man. I miss him. First Bitcoin was bought at 970 bucks. Well done, Joey. Something's peaking, 47,000. I think 50K incoming. What do you guys think? Let me know. Wow, Nathan knew Bitcoin in 2011. Nice bunch. Hi, channel. Welcome, Anwar. Appreciate you. I'm class of 2015, says Buddy Mac. You got me beat. I'm class of 2017. I came late to the party. Keiser report was made to promote Bitcoin, says David number 23. Amen to that. And just educate people on finances and the corruption of the financial landscape. Yeah. Watch the Turtle Twins Bitcoin episode with your daughter. The Turtle Twins. Okay. To the moon. Vamos. Let's go. Right on, fams. I appreciate y'all. JV, my favorite OG. Cheers, Huddle King. 52 says Bob Marley, send it. When Dubai oil runs out, they'll go heavy into Bitcoin. The SEC will no longer have so much influence. Cheers to that. 50 G's by Friday. Send it. Good evening. Are we going to do a pump watch this evening? If you guys want a pump watch, put a 1 in the chat. And this evening, it'll be late night. FYI, it'll be a late nighter. But if you want to do a midnight pump watch like we have done notoriously here on the channel all night, we've done 14-hour streams, let me know, and maybe we'll make it happen. Put a 1 in the chat if you'd like that. Pull back to 48,000. Class of 2018. Do you think the Saudis will buy by 2024? I do. I think all the smart money will get in this year. What do you guys think? More than a dozen Satoshi candidates will trade unvaccinated for Bitcoin. 111. You guys want a pump watch? You may get that. If we continue the pumpage, we'll have a pump watch this evening. How about that? They're always lit. I always have fun with the pump watches. Greatly appreciate it, family. 1111. You got it. All right, but here's what we're going to do. We're going to dive into our featured story of the day. Now for the moment you have all been waiting for. That's right, the latest from Max Keiser. Max raises doubts that the Bitcoin ETF approval will lead to the confiscation of all ETF BTC. Quoting the high priest here, you are not protected against government seizure, and the US government plans to seize all the Bitcoin ETF Bitcoin in the interest of national security. So let's break this down and shout out to the high priest himself. He recently shared, and I actually did a show on this yesterday as well, and I'm going to share some insights and some updates today. But he also wrote, here's a scenario that can play out. Number 1, government seizes the ETF in the name of national security. Number 2, before they send you your USD. Number 3, price moves up $100,000. Number 4, you pay tax on the gain from the payout, and with what's left, you buy Bitcoin at a price of $100,000 higher. Number 5, the price crashes. And number 6, you're now sitting on a net losing position from where you started. Now, there was also this headline, Bitcoin Maxi raises doubt of the government seizure of Bitcoin ETF after the launch, but I want to read some more tweets he shared here this afternoon. Buy on the rumor and buy on the news. Well said, 100%. Now, this is what James Seyfarth shared in response to Max's tweet yesterday when Max tweeted, you are not protected against government seizure, and the US government plans to seize all the Bitcoin ETF Bitcoin in the interest of national security. Now, here's what the ETF analysts shared in response. Honestly, however outlandish this prospect of this may be, in my opinion, it is the first criticism of Bitcoin ETFs that I have seen from Max in recent days that I guess is technically true, because he knows Max makes a great point. So here's some more insights. Spot Bitcoin ETF wrote, yep, technically true. It's just like gold. If you're investing because you are afraid of government seizure or societal collapse, you should put it in your bunker next to the cans of beans and the 5.5 NATO rounds. If you're investing for other reasons, an ETF does a great job. So precisely, if you don't trust the US government, then you would not invest in a Bitcoin ETF knowing what they're capable of. And I think they make a great point there. Now, Seyfarth responded, exactly. If you want to hedge against societal collapse, the ETF is not for you. So there you have it, coming directly from the expert himself. Now, someone asked, hey there, this completely novel take on money that removes counterparty risk. Wow, that's amazing. But you can put the counterparty risk back in for convenience sake. And Safeart responded, what people fail to realize is that much of the institutional world prefers the counterparties and convenience sells, my friend. So Safeart, making some points there. Good little back and forth. What else did he share here? I think that was the bulk of it. And in this tweet, Max shared today at 12:11 p.m., BlackRock is fiat gonorrhea. To feed its diseased existence, it's inviting financial penicillin. Bitcoin. Satoshi is a genius. Long live the king. He also wrote here, the 2 immutable rules of Bitcoin. Number 1, Satoshi wants individual sovereignty for everyone. Number 2, or sovereignty for no one, just tyranny and putrid kleptocracy. The choice is yours. So it's up to you to remember. Quick reminder, when you buy any of the Bitcoin ETFs, you're buying into an index product that tracks the price. You don't actually own any BTC. So there you have it, coming from the high priest. Now let's dive deeper into this actual article. Max Keiser has raised concerns asserting that the hodlers of the Bitcoin ETF are not safeguarded against potential government seizure. Keiser alleges that the US government has intentions to confiscate all the Bitcoin held within the ETFs, citing national security interests as the driving force behind such a move. Now, he also cited an excerpt from the Valkyrie Bitcoin Fund from the S1 registration statement that the U.S. federal regulator can force the trust to liquidate the Bitcoin of seize, impound, and restrict access to the trust assets. Keiser argues that this would be very much against the decentralized nature of Bitcoin, but note that the spot Bitcoin ETF issues shares against the physical Bitcoin purchases. However, it remains with the designated custodians, unlike the self-custody. Recently, SEC veteran also criticized the Bitcoin ETF apps while referring to them as opportunists. Now, as Alex Talk tweet shares here, not likely, but not out of the realm of possibility. If you read the fine print, this excerpt is from the Valkyrie Bitcoin Fund Form S1 registration statement. Seizes, impounds, restricts access are outcomes we want to protect our wealth from. The real Bitcoin is superior. And then we had Bloomberg senior analyst Safeart noted, however outlandish the prospect of this may be in your opinion, it's the first criticism of Bitcoin ETFs that I've seen from Max in recent days that I guess is technically true. However, he added that one should refrain from investing in Bitcoin ETFs if they are having concerns about government seizure or want to hedge against the societal collapse. There's been a discussion about whether the Bitcoin ETF would be able to garner the same enthusiasm than the gold ETFs did. Also, whether they would be offering the same level of safety like the gold ETFs. Now, Bloomberg ETF strategist Safeart weighed in on the comparison between gold ETFs and Bitcoin ETFs, asserting the gold ETFs face more potential issues, including concerns about impurities and fake bars, which gold is notorious for, by the way. Safeart emphasizes that a Bitcoin ETF, especially one with proof of reserves and transparent practices such as sharing addresses, may present fewer risks compared to the gold ETFs. Now, one other user, Bitcoin Lens on X, countered Safeart, stating Bitcoin ETFs are much more easier to confiscate by the governments. A decree to turn over the keys to government, done. This is so easy to do. Will they be more tempted to do so? And responding, Safeart said, I mean, of course, same can be said with gold and vaults. It has literally happened before. Keep that in mind. It has happened. The Gold Seizure Act, 1933, fam. But nothing about the ETF is stopping you or anyone else from the matter from keeping your Bitcoin in cold storage. That is my point. So there you go. Cold storage for the win. Self-custody. If you have any concerns about your Bitcoin being confiscated by the government through the ETF, because not your keys, not your coins. I preach that virtually every single day here on the pod. And as a bonus, I want to share with you another prediction. Economist Henrik Zaberg predicts Bitcoin will go absolutely ballistic this year in 2024. Here's the man's target. Let's just get right into it. The investor says he has a minimum target range of about 115,000 per Bitcoin, expecting it to slightly sooner than most of the crypto bulls. And according to Zaberg, Bitcoin and crypto will likely witness a fantastic bull run in the first 4 months of this year. Quoting him here, Bitcoin will be going absolutely ballistic Send it. I mean, it is going to go vertical. I think we will reach at least 115,000. That's my minimum target. I think 150,000 is also manageable, and I could also see 250,000 per coin. My guess here would be 150,000, but would not be surprised to see it only reach 115,000. So that's where I am seeing that. I am seeing a crypto run like nobody else. I mean, everybody who was not in the first round or the second round will now say, oh, I missed out the first 2 times. I'm going to be in on this one. And when we start to see Bitcoin moving up above the current levels, here's what I think that's when, especially if the ETF announcement comes out or whatever is going to trigger of it. I don't need the trigger in my world. The structure tells me that we can see a very, very quick move. And again, driven by people saying, I want to be in on this move now. I was not in the NASDAQ last year, and now I need to be in on this, and I need to be in the small caps. So I think those riskier assets, which I also include cryptos and even Bitcoin, will be having a fantastic first 4 months of this year. So there you have it, my crypto fam. Let me know if you feel will likely anticipate 250,000 Bitcoin this year. Shout out to the top G's. I appreciate you subbing to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. And what's your thoughts on the government confiscating all the Bitcoin through the ETFs for those who actually give up their private keys? Let me know your thoughts, family. And now let's dive into some live Q&A and watch this Bitcoin pump, shall we? FOMO, says Track You Too. I feel 50 G's coming in 2 hours. Bring it. Let's go. The sentiment doesn't make sense because the Bitcoin isn't really Bitcoin anyway. So when you invest in the ETF, you're not getting any Bitcoin, but another fiat derivative precisely. That's pretty much it. You don't hold it. And we all know as holders of Bitcoin that have been in the game for years, if you don't hold the private keys, you don't own it. So BlackRock is going to be using Coinbase as the custodian. Now, what if, you know what I mean, in the name of national security, they tell Coinbase, you must hand over your vault of all the private keys, and then they just snatch everyone's Bitcoin in the ETF, and then they just give you the fiat CBDC equivalent. Not that it's equivalent, but you see my point. The US dollar value at that time, which is the scenario that Max is painting. Let me know. 200 cracks to 100, then immediately up to 500. Send it. 20x by the end of the spring. Yo, 20x from 50 G's is $1 million per coin. Send it. I'm with you on that, Jennifer. Corona, all the FUD doesn't matter because there is no second best. That's right. Sailor would tell you that to your face right now if he was here. Mr. Sailor, are you here? Let's see.
Bitcoin. What's the second best? There is no second best. There's no second best crypto asset.
Amen. Tell him, Sailor. I can see that happening, says Todd. Yeah. Watch from Fiji. Bitcoin to the moon. Shout out Janasa. I appreciate you. Fiji in the building. Daniel R. Love that. Word. CBDC, aka slave coins. Correct. Programmable digital fiat. Programmable digital fiat, aka central bank digital currencies. They're coming down the pipeline. What's the antidote? Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin equals freedom and sovereignty, peace and love. Fiat currency equals corruption, war, violence, and enslavement of mankind. There is no second best. That's right, Mr. Bone Daddy. Government confiscating Bitcoin from exchanges is BS. FUD, grab your popcorn. I buy Bitcoin and ETH though. Fidelity, also own Grayscale, Word, Litecoin, ETH, and BC funds, and some Bitto, and some Massive. Am I in danger? Should I take profits? That's a decision you got to make for yourself, family. Sailor realizes there is a vast difference between Bitcoin and everything else. 100. The Bitcoin advisor scheme might be genuine, but they seem to be using lots of FUD to promote it. I am always FOMO buying. Money, let me know. Let's go. Keiser really did open my eyes. Shout out to the high priest. Whoop, whoop. Crypto Kiwi in the building. What up? What up, Bruno? Welcome, family. Second best is Bitcoin ETF. Maybe it's MicroStrategy. CBDC, Demolition Man money. Right on. The government can't ban self-custody or peer-to-peer. This is true, Track. That's why we self-custody our crypto. Mr. Bone Daddy, JV coming in loud and clear. Let's go. 50 G's pump watch tonight? I think so. I'm thinking so. As long as we keep pumping. God Candle incoming? I think so. 10,000 is nothing for Bitcoin. We can get this ETF approval and within a matter of days be right back at the all-time high, price discovery mode, 69,000, melt the faces of the bears, send them in hibernation for the next 4 years. What do you think? Max is telling people who have no interest in self-custody to self-custody is stupid and he needs to shut up already, says Barek. I saw an interview with Max and Stacy, or Mark Moss's channel was really good and recommended, right on Data Biter. Sailor, there is only one. It'd take 1/4 of the globe of the money supply for 1 million Bitcoin. Total money supply, 100 trillion. Actually, the total addressable market's north of 700 trillion. Mohammed, when is the Allah candle coming? Tell your broskies, call them up. Let us know. Any inside information? Qatar, Saudi Arabia, oil money. We know the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, the largest oil company in the world, is now doing business deals with SBI Holdings with digital assets. We know the #1 digital asset of the world is Bitcoin. So you already know. Oil, Saudi money, incoming, God candle, send it. Omega candle, 100 G's in a single uptick. Bada boom, bada bing. Greetings from Transylvania. Great show. Romania's with you. Cheers and shout out to the Tates holding down Romania. BlackRock just got fined by the SEC for 10 years of wrongdoing. 95 cents. Wouldn't be shocked. Keiser candle incoming, just waiting for the Nipsey signal. I know. If he's going to give us the signal, we're going to soon find out. We shall soon see. Is the pump for ants? A little ant pump. Greek god Thor Hammer will liquidate the shorts. Word. What's your thoughts on multi-sig? I think it's a great strategy if you have someone else you trust to protect your keys. There is a pre-pump. This is the pre-pump. Damn, I missed the show, says Zero. Shout out, Zero. Always appreciate your support regardless. All good, brother. We're pumping. A beautiful day. History is being made right now. The price action, look at that. We're at 47,000. We haven't seen this in 2 freaking years. Yes, bring the Saudi money. Nipsey is Satoshi. Maybe. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. Shout out Nuck Choice. Now we can get the party started. Nuck is here in the building. Appreciate you, Nuck. Tony, does multi-sig go against the not your keys, not your coin rules? I don't think so, as long as it's not multi-sigged with an institution. If it's an individual. Zero, what up? I don't sweat my bread, it's in my head. Corona, there is no second best. JV, if you were moving to another country, where would you store your hardware wallet and note with keys? I wouldn't answer that question because I'm not that stupid. You know what I mean? Yo, fam, what up? Emilio? Yo, fly me to the moon like that Frank sang. What up, JV? What's up, Emilio? There can only be one, the chosen one. You already know. Keep the comments a-coming, family. We appreciate it. Appreciate all the support. We still got over 1,000 people on the live. Shout out to the fam over on Rumble right now as well. We're going to be starting our uncensored JV React session here in a bit, exclusively on Rumble. Just cracked 75,000 in New Zealand dollars. Let's go. I guess 12,000 not coming. Sorry, Bears. Yeah, that ship has sailed. Goodbye. We'll never see Bitcoin probably ever 40,000 sub ever again, in my opinion. What do you guys think? MicroStrategy's down quite a bit today. Tattoo your what? I need to go walk my body. Market watch this week is making me weak and fat. Do some ups. I call them ups, push-ups. Do some dips. A little bit of crunches. One for the pump watch. That's right. If you guys want to see a pump watch this evening, I'll be back. It's going to be after the premiere. We do the premiere of the live show at 9 p.m. Eastern. Then right after the premiere, we can do a pump watch. If you want to see it, put a 1 in the chat. I'll make it happen. As long as we're still pumping, which I have a good feeling we're going to continue to pump. I think 50,000 is the next logical psychological resistance target. What do you guys think? Up and to the right. Send it. Next 24 hours, Bitcoin sees 42. Why do you think that? You agree with Jim Cramer? It's a sell the news event. Everyone's going to dump. Trend Watch put a 1. Watching from South Africa. We have many Bitcoin maxis here. Love to hear that, Tyrone. Appreciate your support. Lisa put a 1. What's the crypto you speak of? Rob put a 1. 12-ounce curls, baby. Those brewskis. 1-1. 2 for 1, put a 1, 1. Solaway is live streaming a 12K party. You got to be kidding me. Why doesn't that shock me? 52 G's. Fly me to the moon. Just playing that on my piano. That's what's up. 111, 1-ish. 1,000 on the live. Why only 12 likes? Pump the likes. You got to refresh your screen. YouTube be doing that. For some reason, it's not in real time. So you got to refresh to get the real like count. But we can use more likes. It helps out the show. We're trying to get to 100,000 subs. And with your help, we can turn that into a reality. 52 G's, baby. By tomorrow morning, send it. You're speaking my language, Jennifer. Jim is like Shao Sonnen. Just do the opposite. I get that reference because I watch UFC. That's hilarious. Bitcoin going to Mars today. Today is David Bowie's birthday. Interesting. OG put a big fat 1111111. All the bears are getting smashed. There will be no sell the news. Amen. What's the Bitcoin stuff everyone's talking about? Is that like the fake internet money? Precisely zero. Just fake internet money for nerds. I'm going to dump at 350. Why? For fiat? 527 current likes. Thanks for the update, Eric. Let's get that baby to 1,000. Appreciate y'all. Bitcoin's like the tulip mania. No, it's more like fiat currency is definitely tulip mania. And you're about to experience that with hyperinflation here this year as they continue printing until the wheels fall off. I see the fam rocking the blue second month badges. Yes. So shout out to all the members of the channel. Month 2 is light blue. Month 1 is the dark blue. I appreciate all the support. You the man. 1 for the pump watch. Catch you later. I haven't read the book by Jason Lowery, so I'm not going to speak on it because I've never read it. I found some Doge mining software I never used on an old hard drive. Good for you, fam. Damn my laziness. 2014. Whoa. Glad to be a part of this energy. Shout out to Crypto News Alerts. Shout out to T-Double. Thanks for your support. Smash the likes. Dump. Yeah, dump when you're dead. There you go. Buy the rumor, buy the news, buy the dip, buy the chips. You got that right, Barek. You do buy Bitcoin at the price you deserve. I have tried, but no one is interested in my circle. That sucks, Carlos, but hey, trust me, they will come around when Bitcoin hits 100,000. They're all going to want to be in your circle. Tulip Mania is like those monkey NFTs. Never dump, always dollar cost average as well, and be smart. Amen. No, not fiat. Gonna buy a ranch. Oh, there you go. For some real estate, I understand. Just don't dump for fiat. When Lambo, when ETF, when halving, when 100K Bitcoin, when 1 million Bitcoin. Bitcoin is telegraph lines for the world to settle debts, in my honest opinion, says Paula G. Shout out, Paula. Hey, 1 mil, baby. Let's go. Todd says still own 3.3 BTC and been in the game since 2015. Always got to buy the dips no matter what. Well, congratulations. You're an OG and you're sitting on more Bitcoin than not even half the millionaires in the world will be able to say I'm a whole coiner because there's only 21 million and there's probably millions lost and gone forever. So consider yourself blessed. Try to get others into here in the UK. It's less spoken about. Thoughts of as fake internet money. That's wild. What's the second best? There's no second best. Nipsey, what's the second best cryptocurrency? You hear that? He's speaking. I think this is the signal we've been waiting for, family. It's very rare he speaks during a live stream. Are we going to 50 G's, Nipsey? Are we going to 50 G's, Nipsey? Give me a signal. I'm watching. You got to be listening because he's far from the mic right now. Still live. We still live. Pump watch this evening. And don't forget, we're going to be doing a live premiere at 9 p.m. Eastern right back here at the channel. Nipsey Candle, send it. JV, before you leave, give us the Sailor soundbite. Yeah, why not? I think we got Sailor.
Right? There's no second best, okay? But take all your money, buy Bitcoin. Then take all your time, figure out how to borrow more money to buy more Bitcoin. Then take all your time and figure out what you can sell to buy Bitcoin.
There you go. Just buy Bitcoin. But here's what we're going to do, fam. We're going to continue with the uncensored version of the show. I prepared 2 clips we're going to be doing a live reacts to. If you're new to the channel and don't know, I stream simultaneous. There you go. Nipsey's still with the signals. We're streaming right now on YouTube and Rumble. The YouTube stream is about to end. We will continue on Rumble with the uncensored version of the show and live JV Reacts. I'm going to be reacting to a couple of new clips you're going to want to check out. So looking forward to it. go meet me over on Rumble right now. And I look forward to seeing you back here on the channel this evening at 9 p.m. Eastern. And we're probably going to be doing that pump watch midnight style. We're going to get this baby lit and we're going to send Bitcoin to 50 G's. Looking forward to it. Congratulations to all my Bitcoin hodlers. It's been a blessing. 2024 will not disappoint. Mark my words and head on over to Rumble right now. The link is in the description, or you can just type in crypto news alerts in the Rumble search, or just go to rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. See you guys shortly on Rumble.